iPhone clone or S7 Edge clone? You decide as we get into the ring for another battle of mid-range smartphones. Mabuhay Manila, you got Drew here from ManilaShaker.com and join me on our latest phone off between the Samsung Galaxy A5 2017 versus the Vivo V5 Plus. We're arguably comparing apples and oranges here in this case, a Samsung, as both these phones are mid-tier versions of an iPhone 7 and a Galaxy S7, so to speak. Samsung is coming in hot into the fight with IP68 rating of dust and water resistance over Vivo's contender. It's a battle of all glass, sandwiching and aggressively tapers to the sides towards the metal frame for the Korean contender, in stark contrast to a full metal unibody design of the Vivo that curves towards the edges. Camera placements will be centered for the A5 compared to the left flush setup for the V5 Plus. Headlining for the Vivo V5 Plus will be the dual front-facing camera complete with an LED flash on the forehead. Similar on both fronts will be the home button on the chin that doubles as a fingerprint scanner flanked by capacitive navigation keys. Button placements are a standard affair for the Chinese contender, having a volume rocker above the power button compared to the Korean contender with the side-mounted speaker on the right panel relocating the volume rocker on the opposite end. A dedicated micro SD card slot can be found on the top edge of the A5 2017, a feature that is absent on the V5 Plus. The A5 commands a smaller footprint comparing, but does not make the V5 seem gigantic. Stock differences aside, design will always come down to user preference, so we're letting you decide on this category. We liked the compact form of the V5 and the matte finish helps with the grip. Fingerprint magnet aside, the A5 2017 feels solid and cool to the touch. As expected on any Samsung phone sporting a 5.2-inch Super AMOLED panel set at 1080p, backs will show deep blacks and colors are vivid. This is in contrast to the 5.5-inch IPS LCD panel also set at 1080p for the V5 Plus that had a yellowish tone over saturated colors. It's a little bit brighter for the output of the V5 Plus, if only by a hair, but both displays can be viewed under direct sunlight. It's a tie this round. It's also a tie for the rear-facing camera for both our contenders, with 16 megapixels in tow set at f1.9 in favor of the A5 2017 compared to f2.0 for the V5 Plus seen here on the take of daylit images. It was a touch warmer for the Chinese contender for the hair of saturation in tow compared to the Korean's version of the same image taken in low-light scenarios. The A5 struggled to focus in night shooting here compared to better handling for the V5 Plus. The LED flash aids in shots taken in close proximity. The V5 Plus pulls ahead in the video recording department that caps off at 4K resolution. But for the purposes of this test, we have dialed it down to 1080p. The absence of both optical and electronic image stabilization will mean steady hands or a gimbal will almost always be required for either devices. More points are earned in the selfie game as the dual 20 megapixel plus 8 megapixel front-facing shooters of the V5 Plus takes better images overall compared to the 16 megapixel selfie camera of the A5 2017 sans the coveted bokeh effect. Samsung did good in the camera test, but Vivo was just better. The V5 Plus will take this one. It's a battle of Samsung's proprietary Exynos 7880 paired with 3GB of RAM against the familiar Snapdragon 625 with a more capable 4GB of RAM. This extra gigabyte of RAM benefited the V5 Plus by a margin of about 3,022 benchmark points at 62,500 units, running the iOS-esque FunTouch OS drawn over Android Marshmallow 6.0. In great contrast to 59,100 points for the A5 2017 running the all-too-familiar TouchWiz UI on top of the same Android flavor. Speed tests and capabilities were tested on both devices while playing games like Real Racing 3, where the experience was just smoother on the V5 Plus compared to the laggy replay on the A5 2017. We garnered 7 out of 10 tries on the fingerprint scanner of the A5 2017, below the 10 out of 10 tries for the V5 Plus, solidifying its win this round. The V5 Plus gains points in cramming 3,200 mAh of battery inside its small frame over 3,000 mAh of juice for the A5 2017. FunTouch OS will be needing some optimization and efficiency tweaks, however, as 4 hours of screen on time and 25 hours of standby time did not meet expectations, especially being compared to about 28 hours of standby time and 4.5 hours of screen on time in favor of the A5 2017. Topping up from 0 to 100% gave the lead to the Galaxy A5 at 1 hour and 31 minutes, over 20 minutes more for the V5 Plus. The Galaxy A5 2017 wins this round. The audio quality was the same for both our contenders, but the side placement of the Galaxy A5 2017 prevents the speakers from being muffled compared to the bottom-firing version found on the V5 Plus. To our surprise, only the V5 Plus supports high-resolution audio playback through the 3.5mm headphone jack. The V5 Plus takes this one. Both the Samsung Galaxy A5 2017 and Vivo V5 Plus are priced at 19,990 pesos or about $401 US. The overall raw capability and camera performance, which includes a special dual selfie camera for the V5 Plus, was just hard to beat, even if we're competing with one IP68 rating of dust and water resistance in favor of the A5 2017. If selfies are the name of the game, then the V5 Plus should be well within your choices. Otherwise, if waterproofing is a factor, then you should have any other Galaxy A7 2017 siblings somewhere on your list. What do you think of our phone off this round? Which one won it for you? Let us know in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to hit that like button if you want to see more videos like this. If you have any questions, you can hit me up on Twitter at Kinuhit. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get the latest in tech from ManilaShaker.com. Once again, this has been Drew. Mabuhay, Manila.